What's going on? It's Tom McGiveron, the home sales expert. I'm experienced, confident, and I'm super energized. Today, I'm coming to you with a new edition of the Home Seller Toolkit. This one's about, should you get COs before you list your home? What is a CO? Let's find out. Now, before we jump into it, I want to say that this video is going to be split up into two sections. First, before the listing, and then what happens after you list it and what are the factors that we have to take into consideration when you're selling your house with or without certificates of occupancy or compliance, okay? Now, before we get into if you should get a certificate of occupancy, let's talk about what it is. A certificate of occupancy is a document that is issued to you by the town, whatever town you live in. So if you live in the town of Islip or you live in the town of Brookhaven, whatever township it is, they're going to be in charge of giving out what's called certificates of occupancy. They also issue permits. You open a permit for things like an extension, and then that permit process gets you to the finish line, which is a certificate of occupancy. Like your home has a certificate of occupancy in most cases. It's referred to usually as a CO. There is also a C of C, right? A certificate of compliance. That's where you've built something already. You didn't get the certificate of occupancy initially, right? You didn't open a permit, or maybe you did, but you didn't close it out, but you finished the project. That would be a certificate of compliance where the people from the town come back and they look over your work and then they issue you the certificate of compliance. So it's either a certificate of occupancy or a certificate of compliance. Now, should you get the certificate of occupancy or certificate of compliance before you list the house? And the first thing I'm going to tell you is that you should look at yourself, like your personality. If you're the type of person who can roll with the punches, not a big deal, I'll listen to my agent, listen to my attorney, we'll just go for it. We'll put it on the market and we'll see how things go. If you're that type of person, I say do not get the certificates of occupancy before you list the house. Now, if you're the other type of person and you're like, oh no, I got to have everything settled, I got to have all my ducks in a row, I cannot handle things open-ended kind of thing. If you're that type of person, which is totally fine, then I would kind of lean in the direction maybe about getting the certificates of occupancy. The second thing you want to take into consideration is the market. What is the market? Okay, right now, this is being filmed in 2022. The market's red hot for sellers. Buyers could care less about certificates of occupancy, or most of them. They're like, oh yeah, the deck doesn't have a certificate of compliance, I don't care. Oh, you put an extension on the house, I don't care. Oh, the pool isn't CO'd, I don't care, right? We're in an I don't care kind of market when it comes to the buyers because it's such low inventory and everyone knows the story about what's kind of going on right now. This is a seller's market. In a buyer's market, might be a little bit different. So you're going to take into consideration the actual market. How is it moving? Where is it leaning? Because in a buyer's market, the buyers are going to be more apt to say, oh, wow, you don't have a CO for your pool? Well, maybe you should get one. Oh, you don't have it, for the deck, for every little thing, especially in a buyer's market, they're more apt to kind of bust your chops on these items. The third thing you're going to want to take into consideration is your agent, right? How is your agent advising you? Are they the type of real estate agents who's kind of like that other personality where they have to have everything kind of like in place and they want you to do these things because it makes their job easier, in terms of negotiating and closing the deal? Everyone has different takes on this. I tend to be someone more flexible, especially if I'm representing my client's interests, my sellers. I will give you all of the options and say, hey, what are you most comfortable with, right? And I go back to your personality. I'll advise you on the market. Is it a seller's market? Is it a buyer's market? And I give you kind of the whole picture. So the real estate agent is going to be the key. If they're the type of agent who doesn't want to negotiate, COs or negotiate around them. I mean, I've had crazy stories. I sold a house in Wading River with a completely finished above the garage, attached master primary bedroom above the garage. And it was completely illegal. And all we said was, hey, we told the buyers, and this was in a buyer's market. We said to the buyers, hey, it's a finished storage room, so with a bathroom and everything else. So we were able to get through that. But that's how, that all depends on the type of agent that you hire. And if they're able to do those things, then that benefits you because you don't have to go through the whole process of getting a certificate of occupancy beforehand and going through all the rigmarole with the town. The fourth thing you want to consider is your attorney. Do you want to talk to an attorney? I think you should. And I always say to people, listen, the certificates of occupancy and compliance and all this stuff, they're going to be in your contract. The contract is a legal matter. Consult your attorney if you want the legal questions answered and you want to take those into consideration. After you've listed your home for sale, you have 4 things to concern yourself with. One is the buyer, right? How is the buyer going to engage you in this conversation about the certificates of occupancy or compliance? You have the buyer's attorney, right? You have the buyer's agent. You have the lender. And I'm going to throw in the 5th one, which might be the title company, but probably not. But those first few are huge because I've had conversations with the agent. The agent's like, everything's cool, no problem. We don't care about the certificates of occupancy. The buyers then kind of say, yeah, no, but hey, we're getting into this now. We have an accepted offer. They get a little bit of cold feet and they start asking more questions of their agent. Their agent starts asking me questions if I'm the listing agent. And then it goes to the buyer's attorney. The buyers say, oh, okay, we're okay with everything. Then it's contract time and their attorney goes, whoa, whoa, whoa. There's no CO for the shed in the backyard. This is a major problem. Those are obstacles after the fact, and you never know what you're going to get. It's all up to how comfortable, again, you are, what type of market it is, and how your agent can handle it, how your attorney can handle it. All right, if you've liked this video, what I would love for you to do is grab the link in the description of this video where you go to thehomesalesexpert.com, and there you're going to be able to, is it The Home Sales Expert? No, it's Long Island, longislandtom.com. That's going to wrap it up for this video. If you're thinking about selling your house and you want to grab the 5 ways to save time and money when you sell your home, check out the link in the description of this video. It will save you, again, time, money. It takes the guessing out of, how do I sell my house and how do I start this process? It's really cool. Check that out. And again, don't forget, watch the next video and subscribe, or vice versa. I don't know which one's which. Comment, like, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.